Live from the National News Studio, Sri Lanka.
Hello there, good evening and a warm welcome to the 9 p.m. news of the most prestigious channel in Sri Lanka, bringing you the top stories for tonight. I'm Sonal Parnavithana.
And I'm Kenza Farooq. Let's take a look at your headlines for tonight.
More attention to be paid towards agriculture, livestock, lands and irrigation in the 2026 budget. Deeds for the deedless lands from 13th of this month. The 3 suspects of Poralla Sirisara Uyana shooting incident are being interrogated. Precautionary measures regarding rat fever. Security Council strongly criticized the Israeli action on Gaza Strip.
In your top story for tonight, President Anurukumara Dissanayake instructed officials to focus initiatives that would enable agriculture, livestock, land and irrigation in order to make a stronger contribution to economic growth.
He underscored that these areas form a core part of the government's strategy to eradicate rural poverty and integrate rural communities into the broader economy. The President made these remarks at a discussion held at the Presidential Secretariat today to review projects implemented under the 2025 budget allocations for the Ministry of Agriculture, Livestock, Land and Irrigation and to discuss pre-budget proposals for 2026. The President issued directives to expedite the resolution of state-owned land issues and to establish a comprehensive sector-wide data system. He underscored that these areas form a core part of the government's strategy to eradicate rural poverty and integrate rural communities into the broader economy. Highlighting the strategic importance of the livestock sector, the President announced that the upcoming budget would place special emphasis on transforming local dairy production and livestock farming into fully fledged industries. President Dissanayake also emphasized that financial allocations alone are insufficient. He stressed the need to ensure that the benefits of projects are effectively delivered to the public and called for the strengthening of mechanisms necessary to achieve this goal. The meeting was attended by Minister of Agriculture, Livestock, Land and Irrigation, K.D. Lalkantha and senior ministry officials.
The national program to serve deeds to each block of land that has no proper title deeds is scheduled to be launched on the 13th of this month. Now, the program has named as Himikama, a media briefing to enlighten the journalists over this program launched by the Ministry of Agriculture, Land and Irrigation was held today at the Government Information Department. Deputy Minister Susil Ranasinghe said that approximately 100,000 people live on lands belonging to the Ministry of Housing and Land Reforms, but they do not have legal ownership of those lands. He added that similarly, when the Mahaweli Authority took over, some people had lived on the land for 20 to 30 years, yet they have no ownership rights. Many individuals have built houses and farmed on government land, but they lack ownership or legal permits. He described this as a slow and prolonged process spanning many years and said the government has now planned to expedite the procedure. He expressed hope that within this year at least 50,000 ownership certificates would be issued and further acceleration is expected in the future. R.K. Nihal, chairman of the Land Reforms Commission, said that they request people residing on land under the commission in every district to visit the respective district offices, submit the necessary documents and formally apply for ownership. He mentioned that a fee is charged by the institution because the government's valuation department conducts assessment and measurement activities. However, no additional fees beyond those listed on the receipt are required.
අවශ්‍යතාවයක් වෙන්නේ නැහැ. ඒ සියලුම මුදල් රජයට එන මුදල් විතරයි අපි ලබා ගන්න.
මේ රජයේ ඉඩම් ආඥා 50ක්
Land Commissioner General Chandana Ranaviyarachi said that under the government land ordinance, land is granted as leases for residential, commercial and agriculture purposes. Furthermore, under the land development ordinance, land is provided with grants and permits for residential and agricultural activities. He clarified that primarily what is provided is a permit and that after receiving a permit, it can be later converted into a grant of freehold title. Director Palitha Jayasinghe of the Land Division of the Sri Lanka Mahaveli Authority said that a large number of residents in the Mahaveli areas do not have ownership or any legal permits.
The Colombo Magistrates Court today granted permission to the Colombo Crime Division to detain a period of 24 hours for interrogation the 3 suspects arrested in connection with the shooting at the Sirisara Uena grounds in Borella. The Colombo Chief Magistrate Tanuja Lakmali ordered another suspect arrested in connection with the incident to be remanded until the 21st of this month. Police requested the courts to detain the 3 suspects for 24 hours for further interrogation. Accordingly, the magistrate courts issued this order. The suspects are 26, 29 and 38 years of age, residents in Borella and Hokandar areas. A shooting occurred recently targeting 5 persons at the Sirisara Uena grounds in Borella. 2 persons were killed by the fire and another 3 were injured and admitted to Colombo National Hospital.
Consultant Dr. Deepa Pereira says that spread of rat fever might considerably increase among a group of students in the month of August. According to him, in case of fever for more than 5 or 6 days, medical treatment is advised immediately. Children can be seen in and around paddy fields during the August school vacation period and with the start of kites flying fest season. Doctors say that there is a risk of contracting rat fever due to the reason. According to consultant Dr. Deepa Pereira, in case of more than 5 to 6 days of high fever along with redness and yellowness in eyes, dark color of urine and stomach pain can be due to rat fever. Consultant Dr. Deepa Pereira said that children often play in muddy areas and while it is difficult to stop them from doing so, parents should advise them not to throw stones or disturb the surroundings. He emphasized that this is important for the children's mental health. He further stated that if a child develops a fever lasting 4 to 5 days, parents should be alert and have the child examined to determine if it might be rat fever. Early diagnosis allows for appropriate treatment to be given. Consultant Dr. Deepa Pereira warned that if left untreated, rat fever can cause damage to vital organs such as the kidneys and liver. He urged both children and parents to be well informed and cautious, especially during the season when rat fever cases tend to increase annually. He added that early detection of the disease makes treatment much easier and more effective.
Several government and opposition public representatives expressed their views regarding the government's development move and the current political situation. National People's Power parliamentarian Chandana Suryarachi said the country's gross domestic product was steadily increasing and that Sri Lanka was taking strong steps to attract foreign audiences. He said that in recent months, a significant amount of direct foreign investment had flowed into the country and that in this way, the economy was being gradually strengthened. SLPP parliamentarian Namal Rajapaksa said he believed the youth of the country should engage in politics in a new way. He said there needed to be changes in the education system and that the country required reforms to produce children suited to the global job market and modernization. Deputy Minister of Labour Mahinda Jayasinghe said the government was moving forward while fulfilling the people's expectations. He pointed out that the people had given them a mandate for 5 years and that within this short period they were steadily delivering on those expectations. However, he said as the government fulfilled the people's expectations, the opposition's hopes were fading day by day. He added that they expected to implement education reforms starting next year from grade 6 and later for the other grades as well. Former Minister Lakshman Kiriyalla said that discussions with Trump had resolved the tax issue to a large extent, which was good for the country, as failing to do so would have cost hundreds of thousands of jobs. He said they are not being petty and that the opposition leader had also repeatedly stated that they would extend their full cooperation to the government as this was not an opportunity to seek political advantage. National People's Power MP Nandana Padmakumar said that a major development program has been implemented at both village and grassroots levels. He said the country was being uplifted in line line with their expectations and that they had promised the people to make Sri Lanka a prosperous country where citizens could lead a good life.
According to Professor Bandula Vijayaratne, the stent method used in heart patients is at an extremely advanced stage right now. He added that the method is being applied in almost every country in the world. Professor Bandula Vijayaratne said that the heart stent procedure began around 1995 and by 2025 the technology of stents had significantly advanced. He explained that nowadays the use of stents is common and the methods have evolved. He mentioned that there are currently 3 or 4 patients related to stent technology. Professor Bandula Vijayaratne recalled that when the stent procedure first emerged in the 1990s, he was among the first to conduct related research. In 1995, the stents available were about 8 millimeters long. However, with this new invention or innovation, he developed a flexible stent approximately 25 millimeters in length.
Let's take a look at some development news items. Reconstruction of the left bank canal of the Giritale tank in Giritale farming colony commenced yesterday. It has been implemented under the Vari Mahima Ape Urume national program. Reconstruction work started under the patronage of Deputy Minister Susil Ranasinghe and TB Sarath. A program to repair houses in plantations is underway. Yesterday, under the Clean Sri Lanka program, under the first stage, estate houses in Norwood and Venture in the Hatton zone are to be repaired. The houses in these estates have not been repaired for over many years. Villagers expressed their gratitude to the government for solving this problem. The reconstruction work is carried out under the grounds of the Ministry of Plantation and Community Infrastructure. A side wall is to be constructed due to the landslide occurred at the mountain slope located near the temple of the Orutota Road in Yagoda. A sum of 16 million rupees has been set aside for this purpose.
In your weather news, the Meteorology Department says that several rounds of light showers may occur in western and the Sabaragamuwa provinces and Nuwara, Kandy, Galle and Mathura districts. The Meteorology Department informs the public to take necessary steps to minimize dangers from strong winds and lightning, which may occur with thunder showers. It further says that rains might occur at several places in offshore sea areas from Puttalam to Mathura via Colombo and Galle.
A higher diploma course in cardiopulmonary perfusion has been prepared by the Ministry of Health for the first time in the country. The launching ceremony of the new course was held at the Colombo National Hospital today. This has been implemented as a 2-year training course, and heart surgeries have been conducted in the island since 1953. General physicians have conducted such surgeries since then. From 1980, separate medical officers for this purpose were recruited. At present, 40 medical officers work as cardiopulmonary perfusionists. Since there were no proper training programs for this sector, in response to an appeal made by the Cardiopulmonary Association, this course has been introduced. Deputy Minister Dr. Hansaka Wijayamuni and many others were present at this occasion.
Aditya Valivatha returned to the island today after winning the Miss Tourism Universe 2025 crown. The pageant was held in Manila, Philippines recently. The Miss Tourism Universe 2025 pageant was held for 10 days with the participation of 17 beauties from 17 countries. Aditya Valivatha was able to win both the Best National Costume and Most Beautiful Photogenic titles. She is also a popular singer in Sri Lanka. Officials of Sri Lanka Tourism Promotion Bureau, relatives of her family and National Director and National Coach of the competition, Rukmal Senanaika, were present at the Katunayake International Airport to welcome her. Speaking to the media, Aditya Valivatha said she hopes to continue practicing and improving her skills in pageantry. She added that her goal is to achieve greater success in future international competitions.
More local news stories now. A 48-year-old Vietnamese woman had drowned at the Morogoro coastal belt in Alutgama this morning. Our correspondent stated that her body washed ashore at the Benthara beach. She had arrived at the Morogoro area on a visit with another group last night. A suspect has been taken into custody at the Bobugammana area in Diulapitiya with a stock of ambergris. The suspect is a 44-year-old resident of Vaturagama area in Kirindivalla. A lorry caught fire at the Kurundugaha-Hatakma interchange of the Southern Expressway today, injuring the driver and another person. The cause of the fire has not yet been revealed. The Skyfest 2025 Kite Festival was held yesterday at the Kite Mountain in Badulla. The competition was opened for school students and general public as well. The winners were provided with cash prizes and certificates. The aim of organizing this festival is to attract tourists to the Badulla area. We move on with foreign news after this short break.
Love rugby,
Live rugby.
Prima Kotumi, Fun Tamai.
Moving on with your foreign news for tonight, the United Nations Security Council condemned Israel's plan to take control of Gaza City, warning it could cause widespread displacement and worsen the humanitarian crisis.
A senior UN official said Israel intends to disarm Hamas, release hostages, demilitarize Gaza, and establish a civilian administration independent of Hamas and the Palestinian Authority. The Israel Defense Forces plan to take control of Gaza City while providing humanitarian aid outside combat zones. The official warned that Israel's plan could displace around 800,000 civilians from Gaza City by October 7th, with the city being surrounded for several months, leading to further destruction and suffering. The UN stressed that only a full, immediate and permanent ceasefire can end the humanitarian crisis. Despite the UN's opposition, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu defended the plan as the best way to end the war quickly. Palestinian Authority President Mahmoud Abbas called the plan a crime and a violation of international law. European and Middle Eastern countries also condemned the plan, warning it would worsen the crisis and increase civilian casualties. Saudi Arabia announced it would stop exporting military equipment to Israel that could be used in Gaza.
5 journalists working for Al Jazeera have been killed in an Israeli strike on Gaza City. The incident, which took place near Al Shifa Hospital, has drawn conflicting claims from Israel and Qatari broadcaster. According to Al Jazeera, the strike late on Sunday targeted a journalist's tent by the hospital's main gate. The network named those killed as correspondents Anas Al-Sharif and Mohammed Kreke, cameraman Ibrahim Zahir and Mohammed Naufal, and a 5th staff member. Reuters reports they were among at least 7 people killed. The Israeli military confirmed it had targeted Al-Sharif, alleging he was the head of a Hamas terrorist cell. Al Jazeera described the killing as a targeted assassination and a premeditated attack on press freedom. BBC International editor Jeremy Bowen said he had reviewed Israel's evidence but found it unconvincing.
Australia will formally recognise a Palestinian state in September. Prime Minister Anthony Albanese says the move is aimed at advancing a two-state solution, which he describes as humanity's best hope to end the cycle of violence in the Middle. Speaking in Canberra, Prime Minister Albanese announced that Australia will make the formal declaration during the United Nations General Assembly in New York next month. He said the decision is based on commitments from the Palestinian Authority, including recognizing Israel's right to exist in peace and security, pledging to demilitarize and holding general elections. The Prime Minister said the recognition was an opportunity to deliver self-determination for Palestinians while isolating and disarming Hamas. The announcement comes as Canada, France and the United Kingdom prepare similar recognitions and follow mass protests in Australia against Israel's war in Gaza. Foreign Minister Penny Wong said the government had long maintained recognition was a matter of when, not if, but warned there was a risk there would be no Palestine left to recognise. The opposition Liberal Party criticised the timing, saying it puts Australia at odds with the United States and rewards Hamas while it remains in control of Gaza.
Terima Kutumi Faham Tamai.
In your sports news, Sri Lanka won 2 gold medals at the Bronze Division Championship of the World Athletics Continental Tour today.
The medals were won in men's 100 meters event and women's javelin throw event. The championship is being held in India.
Rumesh Tharanga won the gold medal in the men's javelin throw event with a distance of 86.5 meters, setting up a new national record. Also, with this, he qualified for the 2025 World Athletics Championship. Rumesh Tharanga at present ranks 7 in world rankings in the men's javelin throw event.
5.41 in
Meanwhile, Sumedha Ranasinghe has won the bronze medal in the same event with a distance of 80.65 meters. Sri Lankan runners were able to win the gold medal in the men's 4x400 meters relay event. They clocked the timing of 3 minutes 8.22 seconds. Sadev Rajakaruna, Omel Sachintha, Minol Dinesh Dismitha and Kalhara Indupa Silva participated in this event.
out there. Well, for sure, the Sri Lankans are not one to give up there. They're pushing Dharamveer there towards the final 60-odd meters. I suspect he'll take it away.
Look at this for a finish. It's going to the wire and it's going to be Sri Lanka. What a race. Oh.
In more sports news, Wesley College Colombo won the runners-up trophy in the Inter-School League Rugby Tournament, beating St. Thomas's College, Mount Lavinia. St. Thomas's team were leading in the first half 19 to 15 points of the match played at Havelock Grounds, Colombo. In the second half, Wesley College players in a display of excellent rugby skills took the lead with 28 to 19 points. Accordingly, at the end of the match, Wesley College Colombo won the match 43 points to 38. They scored their points in 4 goals and 3 tries.
Runners up and the winners of the Sir Oliver 2018
And that's all the news we have for you tonight. Join us same time, same place tomorrow. Signing off, I'm Sunal alongside Kenza. Have a good night.
Good night.